Yes, indeed. I'm going full play. I'm bringing Bushy back. You mother bushes don't know how to act. I'm bringing Bushy. All right, Shay, what's going on with you? How you doing? Yes, I am bringing Bushy back. You know what, Delmar? I have fallen in love with my own hair. I am tired of people trying to kill us. Y'all, I looked online. Hey, RH, I looked online and it said the braiding hair. You said, whoa, hey there. The braiding hair is full with all these carcinogens. So, I love my Pocahontas braids. But now, of course, the next time I get them, I'm going to have to get them with like human hair. The braiding hair is full with all these like cancer-causing agents. Now, they don't cause cancer until you do the thing that locks them in your hair. Like when you get your hair braided, they have to dip your hair in hot water. They dip the braids in hot water. That's how they lock it in. That's what activates the cancer. Can we have something, y'all, that y'all do not take? And guess what? Yes, we can. This right here. Me own men. Okay? That's why I'm sticking with me own men. Because me own men, you can't come along and put no cancer causing agents in there. I mean, you can try with the shampoo, but I don't even got to use shampoo. I can just keep using water and wash my hair. Because, I love my mane and I need to wear it more. And I just decided, no, I'm wearing it. No. This is the hair I was born with and it is gorgeous. And it is like the best texture. And that's what I've been doing all week. I have just been focused on, hey, the real big bag, Baggerlin, Black Poppy. I have just been focused on just falling in love with my own self, my own hair, my own thing. Now, of course, I've always been in love with it. Edson, what's going on? Edson, you will be so proud of me for putting the song that I recorded at your studio on a TV show that I just produced and filmed myself. And it came out so nice, and this band did it, and I just really learned how to mastered how to sing it, mastered the words. You will be so proud of me. So anyway, but I will be, whenever we finish editing, I will be uploading it to one of these platforms. Because that's the good thing about today is we don't have to wait and be like, I hope ABC or NBC calls me. Honey, we can get online and upload to one of these platforms and tell all our friends to go look at it. And that's it. So I'm like, I ain't even got to, of course I want an NBC to call me. I want an ABC to call me. But while I'm waiting on that to happen, I'll just call myself. How about that? And I'll leave myself the best message and I'll give myself a deal and I will just do it. So anyway, so that's what I did. I took the money I had and it was some things about the show too that first of all, this is week 5 of me doing the artist way. Okay, all this. But anyway, it was just some things about the shoot, like, wishing I had a stylist. I hired a photographer. I was trying to hire my friend, but my friend referred me to a photographer. The photographer was okay, but I didn't have time to check the shots as I was going along. And of course, that was a learning lesson for me as a producer. I would rather a photographer to have 20 of the most banging shots for the night of the shoot rather than have 100 shots and I can only use 5 of them. But now I will know to be specific with the photographer. And of course, we both had to go through this lesson so I could know it and I could spread the message to him or whatever, But either way, I'm still so glad I did it because the only way you get to show up on set and everybody is there and they waiting and they just like, come on, we'll do your hair, we'll do your feet, we'll do your everything, is when you take the time to do this alone. You know what I'm saying? So I invested my own money. I just did it myself because I'm just like, what am I waiting on? I've been wanting to late night host. Okay, I've been going to my board and said I'm a late night host. And every time I talk with the Lord through this book, The Artist's Way, okay, I can say that The Artist's Way makes you have an artist date. And I know why it makes you have an artist date, okay? It makes you have an artist day, a time where you dedicate 2 hours to take yourself out to do some little fun and adventurous, exciting things that you don't normally do. The reason why it makes you do that is because it's not the same as time alone. Like when I'm in the house and I'm spending time alone, my mind could be running on anything, right? But when I have now said to myself, I'm specifically going to take myself out. I'm going to go out alone. This is going to be my artist day. It's like, it's literally spending time with a child inside. And now I can hear from the Holy Spirit, okay, do this next move. Okay, call this person. It is such a spiritual experience. It is so critical because you do elevate. Hey, comedian Troy Cannon here. How are you? So I'm talking about this book I'm reading called The Artist's Way. I recommend it to everybody. You literally do level up by nurturing your inner artist, which is like a child. You know, your inner child is your inner artist. It's like the core of our true selves, you know. So, hey, Ryan Burton. So this is week 5 on The Artist's Way. Monday, I just filmed 3 episodes of my own show that I'm going to put online. Now I decided to, before I had not wanted to get a car because of the parking. I'm just like, I don't have parking in my apartment. But then when I was walking back from my artist date, the Lord revealed to me, oh yeah, that's right. Your neighborhood has permits, because I just rented a car for the shoot. And I was going around and I was seeing all these like permit spots. And then it was like, oh, all the permit spots was available around here. So now it's like, oh, okay, now get a car, because that's what it is you get a car and you get a parking permit, you get an overnight permit, and you just pay for a guest permit. And that way, when you coming home late at night, it's all these permit parking spots available like around here, but you got to have a permit in a car. So now I'm like, okay, that's the next thing, is getting a car, you know, because I do. One thing I did notice too is when I was at my show this past weekend, my homegirl, she was leaving the show and she was going over to like support somebody else's thing. And those are the things that you could do when you have a car. You know, you could just pop up at people's thing or see what it's about. You know, when you don't have a car, I don't mind taking the bus. I actually love taking the bus, but like the chances of me popping up at something when I don't know what it's about, I really got to plan. I really got to be like, okay, it's a mixer. I got to do it. I got to pop up. So week 5 of The Artist's Way was about, let me look at it. Week 5, because I know this is week 6. Week 5 was recovering a sense of possibility. Mr. Minnie Wells, hey, recovering a sense of possibility. So, you know, this was such an important week. It was such an important week because over the last few weeks since I decided I was going to shoot my own show, you know, that era of doubt tries to like creep in. You know, every time I was thinking about, okay, how am I going to get this done? You know, because the thing about too is shooting your own show. You know, I definitely am going to fund it. But as a entrepreneur and as a business and person that, you know, I still got to make sure that I can fund my show, I can pay people, and I can still pay my rent when my rent coming up. Well, you know, just from spending time, like just from deciding, no, I'm not canceling no matter what. A way was just so many ways were made. And then I was like, you know, after the shoot went so well. We shot 3 episodes and the shoot went so well. And then after the shoot, I was riding in the car and I was just thinking about all the money I'm going to have to pay out, like paying people, paying the artists, paying the comedians, paying the this. You know, and I was just like, you know, I just be thinking about like, when am I just going to have it just sitting in the account where I could just write a check? And then, of course, I'm riding with my homegirl, my sister in Christ, and she was like, honey, you're consistently sowing seed, so you're always going to have the money. As long as you want to pay people and you want to do, you're always going to have the money. And I know these things, but sometimes you just be thinking about was this the right thing to do? Because you sometimes you just want to chill, but you cannot chill because for me, I always think I'm not getting any younger. Like on the chill, I'm not going backwards. I'm going forward and higher in my career, which means I need to be busting forward and higher moves at all times. I can't sit back and be like, all right, I'm going to just sit and let it come. The only way it's going to come is if I call it in and then I do as the Lord tell me to do when he tell me to bust a move. So anyways, I was riding along and I was like, you know what? Thank God I even had the resources to pay people and the shoot turned out so nice. Like everybody was so talented. Everybody did so well. And of course I spent that, spent it, Reverend Ike says, circulated it. And sure enough, here come a deposit come rolling right on in. Unexpected deposit come rolling right on in to return a lot of the money that I had spent. And so this, I've already started reading week 6. Nova, I've already started reading week 6 of The Artist's Way. I'm talking about this book. It's like a 12-week course called The Artist's Way. I've already started reading week 6, and week 6 is about recovering your sense of abundance. And one of the things it says, that's what's up. I love that Reverend Ike be telling me like it is. Nova, some nights I stay in here. Some, like Saturdays is my Sabbath day, so I don't do nothing. Some Saturdays I stay in here and I will turn on. I'll start with Bill Winston because that's who I look up every morning. That's who I listen to every morning, Bill Winston. And then I will go to Reverend Ike and I will let this man play all day long just to make sure I'm pumping myself up with the messages that overtake the negative messages that the enemy is trying to bring in. Because when you advance, like when you're not advancing, girl, you'll never hear from the enemy. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got nothing to say. He already got you. But when you're trying to advance, man, oh man, is he trying to get in and take God's promises from you. You know what I'm saying? And so I will, like some Saturdays, Nova, I just be sitting in here and I will just let it play all day long. I will go from motivational message, but and then some nights I'll lay down at night, but I'm not even sleeping, but I will turn on Reverend Ike and I will let him play so long, throughout the night. You say alignment is the assignment. That's it. That's really our only assignment. As soon as we align with our identity, then we get all the fruits of our labor, So, anyway, so that's basically. Oh, so what I wanted to say is, this guy in the book, it said, God is not the cheapskate. You are, because sometimes, even me, I'll be like, nah, I really don't want a car. No, I really don't want the insurance right now. Didn't park it. And I'll be making up all these excuses. But the downside of it is, I was just saying, when I want to pop up on somebody or go to a this show or go to that show, when you could go out here and jump in your car right away, the chances of you going. But if you got to get dressed, then you can't be as fly because I'm taking a bus. I might be taking an Uber. If I'm taking an Uber, I can be as fly. But if I'm taking a bus, I'm going to be wearing flat shoes. So you're not as, you don't have as much motivation because you see all that going on. You know what I'm saying? You got to take the bus. It's late. An hour to get that child. By the time you even get the time the bus comes, you ready to take a nap from just getting dressed. So, I also too, I bought me a telescope, last night because I've been wanting to go outside, look at I'm a big sky watcher. We always get these things. The northern lights is coming, it's got to be a high prediction for it to come to California. But until I get to Fairbanks, Alaska, I like watching the sky. So I went to telescope night at this place called Griffith Park here in LA. And then the book had me write down, what are the things you would do if you had 5, it makes you write down 5 other careers you would have in another life. And, sky watching is one of the things I absolutely love. And so last night I was like, you know what? Let me order some binoculars, because when I went to telescope night, they was like, don't even worry about ordering no telescope. Order some binoculars. That way you can use them for various things and you can still see, very far out. So I'm like, okay, the Northern Lights is coming on Tuesday. Let me get the binoculars in action. You know what I'm saying? And then this weekend I may go and just pick up, because I'm like, certainly some used car is out here where I can have $100 note. Okay, now I know it sounds impossible, but the Lord say, get an audacious goal. And that is what I'm doing, like making an audacious goal. Somebody got a car that's not that expensive. And, I do want to go and I probably just go look for it this weekend and get going. You know what I'm saying? I said $120 note and some $80 insurance and get going. And, I'm like, what? Does anyone know why people don't buy like salvage titles? Like, you see some cars and it'd be like a brand new Benz, but it's like a salvage title. So I guess they had to rebuy the car. I'm just wondering, because I had went on, one time I was dating online. I had went on a date with this Guatemalan man, and he was like, that's what he do. He go buy like salvage cars and he resells them. And he was like, the insurance company will insure them and everything. Cause I'm like, these be like newly rebuilt cars. I'm gonna have to look into it. Cause I definitely, I'm like, where's my Benz at, Nova? Where is it at? Where is it at? This is how my hair is about to be. When I tell you, I'm bringing bushy back. I am bringing bushy hair back. You hear me? Bushy hair back. Because this is my own main. In society, when you're looking on social media, sometimes you feel like you can't be yourself. You can't wear yourself. You always got to have some kind of surgery, some kind of butt. Also, too, when I be thinking about, these, like, I just was on I be talking to some people, honey, and they be, their views of women are, it's just like, it's the reason why they have a superficial view of a woman. And it makes us, because I feel like we get in touch with that viewpoint. So for so many times and for so long, it makes us either doubt that we are the most desired, the natural, the square butt, you know what I'm saying? The person that is not all, done up. Now, I don't care about you enhancing yourself. God bless, all the enhancees. I don't care about that. But, the unenhanced is also a hot ticket, So anyway, hey, GQ Harp. Hey, I'm Desmond Parson. I've been talking about the artist way. This is week 5. And, so far the journey has really made me love who I am even more. You know what I mean? And I'm loving that. Like, that's got me feeling super good, confident, and, wanting to do more of it. I'm bringing bushy back. Okay, I'm out. Thank y'all so much. Week 5, Artist Way. Yay!